What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we got an Arma Typhon here. Success. We already got a new PB on this, 119 mile per hour, but we want to go fast and faster and faster. So in today's video, we're going to do a little bit of modification. We're going to go EXB from BLX to EXB. We got some gearing over here. We got some EXB gearings over here. So I'm going to show you guys. We got one gear. This is a diff ring gear. This is another diff ring gear. We got an input gear. We got an input gear. What this combined together makes is a 2.8 output gear ratio, which means we're doing 15:42. Ring gear is 42. Input gear is 15. I believe the Typhon might have, I'm not sure, it might have a 43 or a 45, I'm not sure, and a 10 or a 13. I'm not sure what it got in there, but we're gonna go EXB. We're gonna go limitless infraction. We two sizes here. So to show you guys the part, you're gonna need 2 ring gears and 2 input gears, so the part numbers are the same. So this is the one of them. You guys can see it right there, and this is what the ring gear look like. It got 42 teeth, and we got a 15. GP5 is what's on it. GP5, and there's another one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom in. Let's zoom in so we all can see right here, up close and personal. And we're gonna just unpack these 2 little packages. Let's zoom in to these little guys. What we're gonna do is, first one right here, this is the first one we got. So inside that package, we got, it's the same thing, so I'm gonna put 1 and a 1 away. So we pretty much got this little guy right here. Okay, this is the ring gear. Okay, in the back, it will tell you GP5. 42:15 is the gear ratio that you're gonna be creating. We got another one right here. Let's pop this guy open, and let's rip the bag open. Here's a 15. Okay, 15 right here. So how this is gonna go is, we're gonna change this gear and this gear. Vroom, we're gonna go fast, baby, and we already got 1 million oil in there. So anyways, let's get to this, and let's take this Typhon, start taking this Typhon apart. Already has started, but I'm gonna put that back together and start all over. Okay, so what we're gonna do as a starter is, first we're gonna take off this wing. The wing has 2 screws. This is a custom created wing here. Let me just show you guys what this baby's about. So pretty much, it's hard plastic. You can get off Amazon, eBay, and then you just cut it the way you want, and you got yourself a wing. So this thing works pretty good. And we're gonna put this to the side just like that. So we need to get to that rear end. Process is the same. Only thing is, in the front, it's a process the same in the front, but in the front you have to take out a whole bunch of links and stuff. But pretty much it's the same process. Let's make it a little bit easy for us in the back. So we're gonna pick a couple of tools, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get that diff out. But first, remember, we're gonna have to take off the whole rear end because that cup is not gonna be so easy to access from back here. So let's zoom in a little bit more. Let's get our camera to zoom in. There you go, that's more like it. So 4 bolts, and there is this little 1 bolt, 2 little bolts on these. This little cover here, what this does is it holds the sway bar in, but if you're losing it, this thing will just come right off. And we're gonna continue. And my lighting is not the best, so let me see if I can fix that up right now. Let's see if we can fix up the light right now. That's more like it. So we got 1 bolt already out. There's 1. This one was loose already. 3. And don't forget that I did put 1 million oil into the diff. So 1 million is what we got in there. Oops, we don't want to lose these. So 1 million is what we got in there, and if you guys want to do that, I do have a video on that on my channel. Just check that out. You can type in Typhon rear diff oil 1 million. Anyways, let's see if we can get this guy open. It is gonna be a little dirty. Let's see if we can push it open with this. So something needs to be pushed out. Okay. I usually use a pick, but I don't have that here right now. Let's see. All the screws are already out. So this baby should just come out. Okay, so I'm gonna go find my pick. I'm gonna have to find that baby. I'm gonna have to. Okay, got this baby. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna just pick this little guy to come off. It's pretty stuck there. There you go. Shouldn't be no issue getting this guy out of there with this sway bar here. Okay, there you go. So like I said, the diff might have the gears we wanted, just the input gear might not be the same. So this is, remember, we got this new input gear here. Let's see, we can make this 2.8 gear ratio here, and what we're gonna do is next, if we need to take out the control arm, we are gonna do that to get this axles and this diff to pop out. But if that's not the case, we should be all right. If we need to, we will. I'm gonna have to twist it a bit because it's hitting on this bolt here. So might be a good idea for me to get some gloves because I'm touching the camera, all kinds of crazy stuff back and forth. Okay, remember, like I said, we're gonna have to take out the whole rear end, but if we can manage whatever we can here, we will do so. And it'd be a good idea for me to remove the wheels as well. So this is not gonna come out unless I take off the control arm and let the axle, at least one of the axle, pop out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the wheels off and we'll come right back. Okay, we got the wheels off, and what I want to do here is I want to take off this screw here so we can simply just get rid of our axle from one side. So let's take this guy off. Shouldn't be a big deal. Make sure you don't lose your stuff. So once this is out, and your axle here will fall to the side, and we'll leave that there. And now the diff should just come out much easier. Okay, unless it's we still on. Okay, these screws are kind of bothering me. The screws up here, but this baby should just come out fairly easy now. Unless I take this little screw, I should have just done that. That made me a little angry, but even that, not gonna do it because the rear end is all stiff. But here it comes, here it comes. So that did help. Anyways, let's count these teeth. So in there, let's just count what we got. One, I'm gonna start here. One, we're gonna count the gears in there, and we got 1, 2, 3. I need to have a marking point at least so I know where I'm starting from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, and let's see what we got here. We're gonna start directly from the gear tooth right under here. We're gonna mark it a bit, and let's give it a marking here on the diff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay, so this is 44. I don't know if I counted that right. So this is not good to me. This is not good to me. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. We're gonna change this, that. We're gonna change it all. And I am gonna continue dismantling the rest of the car. The rear end gotta come off. So one good thing is what my brace is missing a bolt. So that's good for me. So anything more than 43 is gotta go. Okay, it doesn't have a number here, so it's gotta go. It's definitely gotta go. So let's see if I could pop 4 bolts on here. 1. I'm sorry the camera can't see, but it's just a hectic spot. 4 bolts right underneath here. And I'm going to show you the reason why I'm taking off the whole rear end. There you go. I made a big mess here. Okay, so the whole rear end should just come off unless that bolt still have a little bit of threads in there. It does. There it goes. So let's clean up a bit. It's a hell of a mess over here. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this rear end. Remember, like I said, this little guy is missing a bolt, the rear brace. So we do got a hot racing brace here. So the reason why we want to take this out, because this little cup here, there we go, this little cup, once we take off that, it's not going to come out so easy. You're going to have to tap this guy to come out of there. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to have to work some magic here. So I am going to have to get my tools. Maybe I could use this little guy to get this grub screw out of here. Okay, let's see if I can get this grub screw. Okay, my camera is all off. Okay, we're going to have to point down a bit. There you go. So this little grub screw got to come off. Okay, that thing is no joke. It's super tight. So let me grab my tool from that side. So this is what we're looking at right here. Okay, this thing is super tight. But these tools that I have here, they're no joke either. So we're going to get some heat. I'm sorry about covering the camera. But this torch should do it. Let's heat this baby up. Okay, come on, little guy. This Typhon is gonna be fast. The Typhon is gonna go flying. It's gonna be a super Typhon. It's already a super Typhon, but oh, that thing is solid tight. Let me see if I can put a tool in the tool. And let me give it a turn. There you go. It moved. It moved. There you go. That grub screw is tight. So we might be in a little bit of luck. Okay, we're not in luck. Okay. This grub screw is losing now, but our cup here is not gonna let go of that gear. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap on it. So I'm gonna go get something that I can use to tap on this without me using my tools here. Okay, got some tapping tools here. So we got a punch here. And we got a small little hammer that I'm gonna tap on the top. And let's see if it starts to move. You see that? It started to go back. Start to go out. I gotta hold on to it too because I don't want to be taking no force onto my Typhon. Okay, there you go. So maybe I need to go a little bit more out on that grub screw, which should be all out. Yeah, that grub screw is all out. So a little bit more tapping. So this thing, if it's super thread lock on it, but you're gonna have to tap on it. It's no other choice. And there goes my phone is ringing in the background. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to just let her ring. There you go. Got the cup out. Here's the cup. So we're gonna clean everything up with a brush, and I'm gonna come right back. I gotta make this phone call. Okay, so I got me some brush here, so I just wanna wipe all this off. And the reason why I was holding on to it, like I was holding like that, because you don't want to be you don't want to be banging on that bearing, okay? That bearing is pretty good. So our gear fell out here. So here's our gear. There's no shims. Oh, there's no shims anything whatsoever on this little guy, and it's bone dry. We'll lubricate this guy, and let's see. Take off my glove. I'm not gonna be worried about getting my hands dirty right now. So here's our new gear here. So here's our new gear. I do want to clean that gear up really good. So this gear has 1, 2. I'm gonna hold on to the 2 teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, check this out. Holding on to the 2 gears. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, 13. That's the difference there. Okay, this is GP5. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take some Liberty oil. This is the Liberty oil. I'm gonna take this Liberty oil and I'm gonna put a little bit on that bearing. Okay, so it's good to lubricate your bearing. Those are ceramic bearings, and they just let you guys know. You can't see it, but let me just lift it up and show you. These are some ceramic bearings in there. Anyways, there's a bearing in the back, bearing in the front, and guess what? This baby simply, you take this little guy and you just drop it in there. Should be no issue. My front bearing fell. I knew that was gonna happen, and we're gonna have to work together with this little guy. So it's a good thing it fell. So now I can just take this little guy and clean the heck out of it. Okay, all that dirt can go off it. And sometimes I like to switch sides, okay? Because there's a different type of force on one side than the other side. So this guy is pretty good. So what I want to do here is I'm going to get my gloves back on. Okay, I got my gloves back on because what we're going to be doing is we're going to put our spring in the back, put our bearing in the front here. Make sure it's nice and flush. And now we're going to get our CV cup here. And this guy should, since it got thread lock on it, so it's not going to be so easy for me to jam that on. So let's see, maybe I can heat it and it will go in. But it is kind of tough job. It is not easy. And you don't want to burn yourself, so what you want to do is heat up the inside. That's what I'm going to do. Heat up the inside. Because they got some of that thread lock on it, and that thread lock is not going to let it just go in that easy. Okay, sometimes you take one of your tools and you could tap on it. And you don't want to leave it loose. Because leaving that thing loose, it is, you just want a slight bit of, that's too much play, okay? That's way too much play. We don't want any play. That's still a lot of play. There you go, very minimum. Very minimum. What fell out? My grub screw fell out. I'm going to have to look for that guy. But that's perfect right there. So let me go find my grub screw and we will continue. Okay, found my grub screw. So very critical here, okay? Very critical. The next step on this grub screw, let me grab my thread lock. We're gonna use red, so make sure you get red. Put some of this onto this little guy, and here comes the boom. Lock this baby up, bada bing, bada boom, and give it day and night to let it dry. But we could continue working as long as we don't move that from place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of reverse procedure. Put this baby back together, 4 bolts underneath, and it goes into the housing. Make sure you have your drive shaft in, and then we will change the gear on the diff. Okay, so we got our gear in there. Hard to see, but it is what it is. As I was speaking, GP5. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this apart. So we need to switch up our tool here onto our drill bit. And inside here, we have 1 million oil, 1 million diff oil. So if we need to add any, we will add some, but we shouldn't have to. So we're going to take this baby apart. One scare I have is it going to fit on this diff, this stock diff? I'm not even sure if it's going to fit on the stock diff, but it should, because they're all the same thing. My bearings are looking in terrible condition. But no worries, none of them are bad. None of them are bad. So moment of truth. So here goes nothing with this diff. We got a couple of bolts not out yet. Like this guy, and this guy. So there you go. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. So we got our seal on, 1 million oil in there. And what we're going to do here is, okay, we're losing the bolts. That's good, because we're going to take them out anyway. So, let me just put the camera a bit down, because I'm going to be working a little bit in the bottom angle here. What we're going to do is, we're going to remove this little guy right here. The spider gear here on the diff got to come off. Okay, once this come off, it should. Where's my pick? I'm looking for that pick that I just had here. Okay, I don't know where that go. Okay, anyway, we got this baby off. We're going to just leave it right here for now. This little guy comes off. Okay, let's see if I can get this guy off to come out all the way. That pick would have been really handy. I know it's here somewhere. It's right here. It's looking right at me. Okay, this little guy comes off. Okay, we're going to need that. Can't lose that. So now we got this little guy comes off just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this two little guys. We're going to put it onto this new ring gear. Okay, remember, we got a small little hardware here. We got a small little washer here. We got this little guy right here. And we got a seal right here. Right below that, there's a small little seal. That orange looking guy right there. Camera's not going to focus it. So both of these goes on. Okay, both of these goes on just like that. Make sure your seal goes on good. Because if that seal doesn't go on good, it's going to leak out your diff. So now, we got to put this little pin. Remember, we originally took off. So it's messy in here. And that diff oil, very, very sticky. No worry, problem. That's how it's supposed to be. So we got that. We got the seal in there. We got the little washer there. We're going to get the spider gear on, which is the diff gear. And I'm going to have to push on that pin a bit so this can go flush. Bada bing, bada boom. No slack whatsoever. Perfect. Perfect. So what we need to do is, if you want to add oil, you can do so, but I don't see the no need because it doesn't have to be a crazy amount of oil in here. So make sure, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. I cannot complain. GP5s are on the way. So I'm going to have to find my drill. Okay, so make sure your seal doesn't get damaged. Make sure your bolts line properly. So what I like to do is grab 2 bolts. Get this baby in there. And okay, make sure your ring gear sits flush. Tighten them equally. One more bolt left. Of course, it's messy. That's fine. So what I need to do is I'm gonna have to go pick up some diff gear lubricators, meaning these ring gears, not the internal. So I'm gonna put a little bit of lube on them, and then it's gonna be all reverse procedure. Okay, it's gonna be all reverse procedure. So pretty much, I'm gonna put, not just me, you also want to put oil around this. Not an oil, greasing. See that grease that was in there? Once you put that on, everything should just fit properly. Put that on, close everything up. Bada bing, bada boom. You have successfully created V2, infraction limitless V2 right here. 4215. That's a good gear ratio right there. Meaning we can go high speed. We can probably pick up about 10 more miles. Anyways, I'm going to clean up and put everything back together. Thank you for watching my video. See you guys on the next one. By the way, do the same thing for the front. You cannot just do one, okay? You got to do the front as well, okay? So you're going to need 2 ring gears, 2 input gears, and that should take care of that. And bada bing, bada boom. Thank you for watching again. See you guys on the next one. I'm going to have to work some magic here. Okay, now that we got the input gear, we're going to need to put on this ring gear. And we're going to do fast speed runs on this baby. So this baby's going to go attach in there just like that. But that's what we got so far. So ring gear is going to go on to our diff right there. Okay, so this is a 43, okay? This is GP, I'm sorry, this is a 42. 42 and a 15. That's the gear we're going. GP5, baby. That's what it is. GP5. Okay, getting the 4215 gear is in there. It's no joke. So I don't know. One hand. Let's see if I can manage this with one hand. Okay, so this is almost in there. So there's the greasing that I put in. So you're going to have to get some of that greasing. And there you go. This baby slips right in. Where's my leather tissue? Which is back here. Just want to protect my hand a bit. So this thing should just sit flush. So make sure your bearings are in there. So the diff still got to go in a lot more further. And I just don't want it soak up my hands with that spot of the gear oil right there. But anyways, there you go. Make sure I take this tissue out of here. Anyways, this baby's in, a little crooked, but I'm going to fix it up. And it should be good to go. Ooh, GP5 in this baby. Once again, guys, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And don't forget to check out that wing that I have there. Thank you for watching my video one more time. Now I'm tackling front, so it's not so bad. Take off this little guy. I took off the brace screw here. Same thing in the front, and I did remove this little guy, so this is one little bit different than the back. In the back, remember, we took off the bolt of this control arm. Anyways, now all I have left is we're gonna have extra bolts on these servo savers here on the steering links, so that's gonna give us trouble, and everything should just come out. But it come out there. But anyways, now in the bottom, instead of just taking 1, 2, 3, 4 off, we're gonna have to take off a whole bunch of other bolts, such as 1, 2, 3, 4 more bolts, and that's about it. And the whole thing will just come out. And once we take off these two, this front should split up. But anyways, that's how simple that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bolts got to come out. These are gonna be tough because they're probably like thread locked in. Okay, now that I took out all the bolts, I told you guys. Oh, one more thing. You see, my Typhon used to rub, but after I did the tubing in there, so you see that little bit of tube I put in there? Perfect. This baby never rubs ever again. So anyways, this guy's going to come off on us. That's fine. Let's put this to the side. And guess what? My Typhon's going to try to tilt over because all the weight will just become to the back now. So I'm going to have to fix that up. Let me come right back. Okay, so one thing after another, people just keep coming to me Anyways, check this baby out. Your drive shaft is probably gonna come out with it or just fall down. There it is. The whole thing just comes right off. And we can work on the whole thing right here. Okay. So there's our stock gearing, and we're gonna get rid of these and put our GP5 gears. Okay, boys and girls, GP5, 4215. Got the 15 gear in there. Okay, so this baby is I'm gonna have to get this guy in there somehow, some way. Shouldn't have put this bottom piece in first, but it's all good. If I need to remove it, I'll remove it. Or other than that, okay, there you go. There it goes. It's a big fat mess, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna have to work with both hands. I'm gonna have to put my camera away. But there you guys got it. I took off the whole thing apart. I even took off this side axle out, that side axle out. And I put everything back together in the bottom already. I got them all the bolts in. Anyways, you guys gonna see this baby in action. We got the GP5 gearing 2.8 in the house. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And I will get this baby in. It will fit in there. Should be no issue fitting in there. That's it. Unless I got it the wrong way. It's supposed to be the other way around. But nope. You see this? The bottom little guy right here. This little guy, that's for this big gear here, for the ring gear. Anyways, got the input and the ring gear in, and we're all done to go.